Welcome back, everybody. Wild Willy here with episode 18 and part 3 of our assault on Raya Lucaria, the new Raya Lucaria, with our Spirit Storm Summoner build, the mix of the best attributes of the Stormcaller and the Necromancer. But Wild Willy, you say? You're at Fort Ferrith. What the heck are you doing here? This isn't Raya Lucaria. This is just a reminder for those of you following the Let's Play, and a sneak peek for those of you who haven't been into the Convergence Mod. Fort Ferrith has been redesigned. We're going to be heading in here to get my favorite spirit summons so far in the game. And we're just farming up a little bit. I was just short of a level. You can walk up to the gate there next to the wall and trigger a big fight between, Red Mane Knights and Shambling Corpses and Kindred of Rod. And you can see I just kind of trot back over here to my grace, and I'm getting runes, and it's not bad. Get like, 10,000 runes pretty quick. So if you're close to a level before you wanted to proceed, always recommend just kind of coming over to the spot, and then you could like go back to round table hold to, stock up on kukris or whatever your throwing weapon of choice is. I am pumping more int and faith. I get it from a talisman and my armor set, but I want to pump that up so I'm ready for my next level of spells. I'm going to pause the video here, do a little shopping at the round table, and then I will meet you back at Raya Lucaria. All right, so we're back in Raya Lucaria. We're on the Academy rooftops, drawing your attention to that piece of loot over there. Mentioned that at the end of the last episode. That loot is letting us know that there's a path up and behind us to get to that loot. But more importantly, that is also a path to get another imbued sword key. And we used one in an earlier episode to open up the path to Baramazula. And then we could use that one for the Chapel of Anticipation. Oh, Jesus. I forgot about you. Shit. Okay. Who did I forget about? Yeah, that guy over there. That guy. So now we're going to have a little duel about who can shoot spells the farthest. Yeah, like every time I get over here to lock on to him, he just... And then I need him to come down the roof again. Because the other thing you would have to do would be like time it and then run over there and rush him down. But he is actually like, we need to kill him in order to proceed. I can do this. And we are going to discuss the path forward. So we have a knight over there. We got a couple basic soldiers. I feel like there's another basic soldier maybe right where the knight is. That is a long jump. So you need to be sprinting, run across, time it perfectly, and you'll get across there. I might want to do that. And then I'm just gonna drink a Flask. You don't have to wait for me to get my FP back. So we are going to jump across. I'm going to summon my boy, my spirit summons, my Kaiden warrior, and then we are gonna... Oof, okay, so made that pretty comfortably, actually. Summon him. You're just coming for me. You only have eyes for me. He will hop up here if he gets the chance. Ah! Oh, and he yeeted my summons off. So here they are. Just gonna mop up, and then, hey, guess what, fellas? I can just summon again. So anyway, that's what we wanted. We wanted to be able to get over here. We only have to do this once. No gap. Okay. So this is where I want to go back to my Caspi bit. Still don't quite have enough damage to kill them. Alright. Well, it is what it is. And we have another gap here. Alright, and now we climb. Oh, nope, we fight. Now we climb. I feel like there's a path over here, like kind of in the base game, you can do this to get stuff, but this pathing again is new to the Convergence mod, which is nice. Really appreciate that. Gives the dungeons a fresh feel. I'm really looking forward to us getting into Faramazula because they changed the pathing there completely from previous iterations of the Convergence mod. So we have the crab we can take out. I think we can. Yep, another crown and a robe. All right, and then we got the chest over here. Full moon crossbow. Then we want to hop over here, and there is a gap. There's something down there, but it is, I would say, fairly inconsequential. And we should be able to, well, we can't quite grab it, but anyway, this is what I'm after. That's our imbued sword key, our second one. I'm gonna assume there's a gap here. And I would have just needed to have grabbed that loot from over there. So now we're back to our original site of grace, and we can kind of proceed through again. And I am not resting because it would respawn Archer Boy. I don't want to deal with that bullshit again. So we're gonna make, we're not gonna make the leap. Guess what? I get to fight him again. Yay, me. But we have the strat down now. Hopefully I won't be quite as rusty this time. All right, so we need to go back to my ranged. Drop down, grab my runes, hide behind the pillar. He shoots, I lock on, I shoot, I hide. And I'm not being greedy. One more. Ha ha! And I'm out of mana. Give it a second. All right, it's back. And I don't have my lock on anymore. Now I need to step out, get my lock on back. All right, now let's see if I can make this jump. All right, we made it that time. We gotta jump over there now. All right, and we're gonna proceed over there to that tower. But then progress, you can drop down there. Somebody, it's probably like another avionette or something over there. That might be, that's an avionette. All right, so he's dead. I know there are dudes down there. Let's just proceed along this way. Let me switch, get this, get my health back. Go back to my snipe. And then, you know, like, when you do a Convergence mod playthrough, you can do anything your heart desires. Every build I'm doing is gonna have some sort of melee and casting combo in it. But I'm not. Oh, geez, okay, giant hole in the floor. I'm not ashamed of taking advantage of your bad pathing. All right, so that's where we would normally drop down to. Okay? And then apparently we can drop down here as well. I think I see a dude. Let's, am I gonna get the debuff? I don't think I did this. Yeah, I got the debuff, so let's switch to this. I keep going right past it too. That'll let me get my stuff back. Now you're below me, I know. Curved swords would have worked well too. Probably been safer. Give me a little bit of range. All right, so we got another one. Let's curve sword you. Jump attacks are always fun. All right, we got one more down there. Let's try to plunge you. And then we got one in this doorway. Take you out. So large somber. All right, now I probably want to go back to my range. All right. Now he's just gonna finish you off. We got another one coming. I'm gonna get off this bridge. So that's another drop down we could do. All right, this brings us inside. This is actually where we want to go, because we need another key. We need the Academy library key or whatever it is. So we got you over there. Hey, come on down, come play with us. If you're not gonna play, I'm just gonna do this. Anyone over here? Soldier gear. All right, and then that is the path of progress. This guy is very dangerous, and you are fighting him in a very small area. So I am just gonna weapon art his ass. Battle mage, narrow hallway, not one shot. I guess I'm not very fun either. All right, so here's our key. And there's our second enchanted remnant. I believe that's all. Oh, and then, yeah, this. You want to use this, because this is going to take us right back to here. Right at the where the base of the ball is. See if my boy, like, phases in. Where you at? And then, again, always as a reminder, you can send them away. right back. So let's rally you. And I'm gonna go to my curved swords to take this dude out. You should take care of him. Now I want to go over here. Got some loot off of you earlier. This is the same little hop up and over. Let's open up the door. And then let's just have a peek at what's upstairs. Hopefully I won't regret this, but I have him. And he should teleport up. And I should be able to just peek around when I get to the top of the ladder. Usually there's a dude over there behind me. Oh, and we have you. Okay. So, that's fine. Yeah, that's gonna wipe you even with your shield. Right through your shield, there should be one more. You're gonna go take aggro. Alright, now what's in here? Is it still the stupid scarab hat? It is still the stupid scarab hat. Okay. So then I think that's the balcony we dropped down on. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything over here. Doesn't look like I did. So let's go over here, confirm. That's where the ball, and then this is going to be our balcony drop. And there should be a little piece of loot. Yep. Oop. Loot. Golden Rune 7. Oh, okay. That's where you guys are. Guarding the teleporter. So let's do that. Switch back to this. And now we have the key. Open this up. I don't think the Renalla fight has changed. And we have a grace. So I'm gonna rest. Get back anything I might have used. Also, like reminder, spirit summon wise, you don't want to, if you have a spirit summon out, you want to put them away before you go into the boss room and then resummon. But I do want to do this so that when I go in there, I can just summon them over. And I'll wait for that. So when we go through, I can just summon him, buff him, switch weapons. I'm going to switch to, I think, my twin blades. Not my twin blades, my curved swords. Twin curved swords. All right, skip the cutscene, duck around the corner here. Summon my boy. Up. All right, so I need to go back to Accursed Binding. Do that. And let's do that. And then find the ones with the book. With the books, the gold field ones that Chuck books. That should bring her down. and one. Quite gonna be able to pull it off. Nope. Alright, so we got one of you right here. Go back here and have my healing up again. Let's rally you. Switch to this. Different. That's fun. We're healing up. On. Just gonna go ahead and heal up. I want to have the Ash of War here so that I can hit her with some range stuff. Okay, I should have kept rolling. She's almost dead. That's pretty funny. He probably would have just finished her off if I had managed to stay alive. All right, round 2. So now we have the fog gate. Switch to my staff again. Fuck over here. Summon him. Hopefully I don't get the drop. Damn it! Want that, go away. Hopefully that's not up when I get into the next. Oh, she's spooning. Ah, get me out, get me out. Unlock. again. As soon as you come down, I'm a weapon, aren't you? And that's it, you're dead. So pretty similar fight. He does seem a little bit more aggressive. Those shard things can do a lot of damage. Alright, so Shimmering Relic Remnant, Remembrance of the Full Moon, Great Rune of the Unborn, and the Map of Liurnia. So let's head to the round table. We'll grab the Grace. We'll see if we can open the chest that's here.
Where did he flee, my sweetings?
Oh, the Grace is outside, so we don't get one in here. No chest. Just looking for the Ronnie chest. Let's go back to the round table hold, and we picked up a couple of remembrances, and we have a map to turn in. So let's do that, and then we are gonna wrap up here. So come in here, go see her.
I had my only fine. You have earned now to become the finger as much.
Sacred Tear, go forth. Equipment of Champions. So we just get her gear. I'm sure for casters it's going to be very good. Power from a Remembrance. Okay. So Dryu is the Harry Misbegotten, who is the end boss in Castle Morn now. I feel like this is one of our Stormcaller weapons. We do have the stats for that, so I might pick that up at some point. Not interested in either of those. So let's go turn in our map now. And then we will come back up here and go back to the Hall of Lost Knowledge and talk to the owl. Because he's going to tell us where we can find. We have defeated all of the level 1 keystone bosses. So now we go and talk to Bro, the owl, in the Sanctuary of Lost Knowledge, and he's going to tell us where to find the level 2 ones, and that's where we're going to proceed. So we have Limgrave. I turned that in after we beat Godric the Grafted. Now we have Liurnia. And again, for those of you that are new, when you find a boss out in the world, it will mark the boss whether it's alive or dead, whether you like ran away from it or whatever. Like for example, over here in Caelid, we killed Grail, but we ran away from Grael because that was right at the beginning of the game when we went through there. Now you can see that Renalla, Queen of the Full Moon, has been defeated. But over here, the Gwynstone Dragon Smarg is still alive. You don't need the Gwynstone key, didn't kill him, would run past him anyway. So it just labels more on the map to let you know where there are more bosses you can fight. For example, Reese Carrion Paragon, I believe he's one of the level 2 ones. And then Enar Ice Guardian, well, he's probably the level 2 one, and he's like a midpoint boss. Then there's like another boss over here in the Everjail, which you access over here. There's like a stone bridge that you take up, and then let's say you wanted to do Ronnie's quest line, you don't have to go through this whole legacy dungeon. There's an elevator that you take up here that lets you access the 3 sisters, so you could do Ronnie's quest line. So let's go back to Owlbro and go check in at the Sanctuary of Lost Knowledge and find out where our next bosses are. And we will both end this episode and pick up that episode. That will be the starting point of our next episode. All right, so here we are back in the Sanctuary of Lost Knowledge. This is where you spawn in the game to start with. This is the fog gate where you would go through to start your starter area, your spawn-in area. And then, where is Bro? Where's my owl friend? All right, I'm going to pause and find the owl. I'll bring you back in, and then we'll wrap up. All right, so we're back. I found him. He is all the way in the back. So like behind that wall is where you spawn in. You just have to go straight ahead like we were towards the fog gate. And then you can type either a left or a right and then double back on yourself. And it's going to bring you into the tree room. And then he's right over here by that door. Second keystone of the forge. Defeat one of the following. Star Scourge Radon in Redmane Castle. Estelle, Natural Born of the Void in the... And then Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. Okay. Spirit Shaper Kamar in Siofa River. Okay, so we have 4 bosses that we can choose from. I have not been into the underground zone, so we would need to unlock more of the teleporters. So again, that's where we're going to pick up in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Consider liking and subscribing if you are enjoying this Elden Ring Convergence mod content.